Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and today, as you guys know, part of us closing down, it's going to take a while to do that. We've got to wait for warm weather to go and get rid of all these. But in that journey, some things we're going to be keeping, obviously a handful, and I also wanted to share with you this, got quiet in here, some of this, didn't last, some of the snakes that mean the most to me, some of the things that, you know, were really a big deal in our journey, and this is one. This is probably a snake that changed my life more than any other snake I have. And that goes with even finding my, you know, my desired half ball pythons, getting that first carpet python, which you just saw Caden handling, or maybe you'll see Caden handling, depending on where we post these videos in. Spoiler alert! But this is one that literally changed me. It's something I never thought I'd have. And once I had this animal, I was able to keep it and be successful with it. It opened up a whole new passion for me that really changed my collection. And as I'm going to be keeping things, you'll find that 90% of what I'm keeping is related to this animal right here. So it is a huge, huge deal, like, for me. So anyway, without further ado, let's put it up here on the table and talk about it. You already know it's a rattlesnake. Come on, buddy. There we go. Keep on crawling. He's going to come out of the hook. Coming to you. Watch yourself. So this is my first ever venomous snake I ever got. This is what's called a timber rattlesnake. You'll hear them called cane breaks. They used to be busted into two separate genuses, but due to some mitochondrial DNA, they have been found to be the same thing. So there is no longer a subspecies. It is all just Crotalus horridus horridus, or the timber rattlesnake. Now, if you say cane break, it's not wrong. It's just where you're from, I guess, would be the main way to say it. Kind of like potato potato.
Fine. You
right?
will be all right.
These things can strike about half their body length. So I always say stay 3/4 away and you're okay. That's a little rhyme. 3/4 away and you're okay. I'll take it. So why did this snake change my life? Well, guys, most people who keep reptiles or ball pythons, 90% of them will tell you, I don't ever want to have a venomous snake. I don't ever want to have that. And I said the same thing. And then I got around it more, and I kind of decided I wanted one. I learned how to handle them. I decided to get one, and what I really wanted was a timber rattlesnake more than anything. I love the way they look, silver and black. This guy's getting close to a shed cycle. He ain't looking his best. He's a little dark right now. I love the rust-colored stripe along the back you see here. They were just beautiful to me. And I got really lucky, was able to get one in Oklahoma where I could legally do that. Brought him home. He was a little bitty guy. He was probably 2 or 3 years old. If I was a betting man. I kept him for a decade. So this snake is at least a dozen, maybe as old as 15, 16. I mean, we really don't know how old he was when we got him. It's hard to judge based on, when we got him, his rattle had been broken. It wasn't to the very tip. It's been broken 100 times since then. Just they break it on stuff in their cage. So age is impossible to know. But if I hadn't been able to make this leap and get this snake, I may have never found my passion for rattlesnakes, or keeping venomous. I would have never bred rattlesnakes. I wouldn't have the Gila monsters. I wouldn't have been able to have gaboon vipers and rhino vipers. I wouldn't have been able to have all the really, really super cool shit to me that I've gotten to have over the years. And he changed all that. He got me over that hump. So this snake right here means the world to me. Very few of my venomous animals have a name. One of them is just known as Big Red or Kali.
Asshole.
No, Kali. Or Big Red. Kurt calls her Big Red. I call her Kali. And then there's this one. There's another one of the reds that we call Scar. That's just because he has a scar on his head from a fire. You know, but most of them, the vast majority of them, are unnamed. So you got to be really special to get a name that I actually remember. Reaper's name came from the fact that it's biblical. It was named after one of the last horsemen of the apocalypse. And the Bible verse is actually on his wall because the last rider, if you know your Revelations, is death. And he is basically choosing what dies and lives. If you go into Reaper's cage, he kind of chooses what dies and lives. he is death for anything that goes in there if he wants to.
Yeah, I was gonna say not much lives.
Nothing
has lived in.
Actually, it has.
From the 6 months or year-ish that I've been here so far.
He has refused meals. He's had at least one where he dry bit a meal and didn't eat it, and I actually did free that rat 100%. So I figure if it survived that, it deserves its freedom. So that's it. So guys, for me, this is honestly one of my all-time favorite animals. It really, really is. No animal has probably meant more to what I'm doing today than Reaper. So, Caden, you're not too familiar with these. Any questions about timber rattlesnakes?
Not really.
Okay, what do you know about timber rattlesnakes? Why are they so important? Tell me this. Why are they important in American history?
Don't tread on me? Did the rattlesnake on the Don't Tread on Me flag?
Oh my God! Yeah. Hold on.
They are the rattlesnake on the Don't
For
Tread
all
on Me
his
flag.
teachers, whoever's teaching his history, my God, y'all didn't fuck that up for once. I'm so
my
happy.
teachers didn't teach me that. I just bleed red, white, and blue.
Okay, they are. They are. Everybody thinks it's a diamondback. It is not. It's a timber. I know the drawing isn't very good for a timber, but at the time, the Americans, they hadn't really even gotten to where the diamondbacks, the westerns are, and they were much more familiar with the timber rattlesnake. That was what is up and down the East Coast at the time. It's been almost eradicated through a lot of that over the years. So yes, it is a timber that is on that flag. Anything else in American history makes these guys famous? This is a little bit more obscure history. So if you history teachers taught him this, I swear to God, I'm going to donate. I'm going to donate to your school if you get this right.
God knows we need it.
God knows you probably need it.
All right, more obscure history.
About a timber rattlesnake.
Did it kill someone important?
That is not it. No.
Okay.
No, it did not kill anybody important. There's two different things. Either one of them I'll give you. You gotta make a guess.
I got nothing.
Okay, two things are this, and then you don't get... No, sorry to Caden School. No money for you! Do better, history teachers. So, this snake was also written about by, they believe, Ben Franklin. He wrote as the American Guesser. And so, he wrote about how Europe was sending all these criminals to the Americas, right? We were their prison place. And so he said, we should fill the boats back up with rattlesnakes and send them back as a thank you, talking about the timber. He also wrote about how this should be the American animal, not the bald eagle. He wasn't a big fan of the bald eagle. He was a much bigger fan of these, being the American animal. And what he wrote about them was that they're docile, right? They don't look for a fight. Their weapons they keep hidden. But if they do decide they need to have that problem, they're going to do it, and they're going to do it very well, very strong, and they're going to, you know...
You are fine. You are going to live.
They're going to nail their opponent, more or less. Their weapons are hidden. They're not showing them off. They're not being showy, but they have the ability to defend themselves and defend themselves really, really well if they need to. So that was kind of what he wrote about. So this is almost our national animal. I want you guys to think about what that would be like for this snake if it was. Come here, buddy.
It probably would not be. Well, they'd be protected.
They'd be protected,
just like an eagle.
Yep.
And people might have a different view on rattlesnakes as a general.
And these guys could have really used the protection because they were almost completely eradicated.
I was going to say, they were almost extinct at one point.
They breed very slow, timbers do, unlike a western. So, all right, Kurt, anything you want to add?
No.
Caden?
I got nothing.
Let's see if we can do one thing we never do on camera.
You got anything?
Just for proof. I never do this on YouTube. Come here, buddy.
Oh, he's free handling it.
Oh, did you just bite my hook, you little shit?
He did.
Let's go back in there then. We're going to act that way. And that, guys, is why you can never really fully trust them. Let's just see.
Did he?
There
Was
it
it
is.
wet?
All that right there is venom.
Yep.
Y'all want to see something really gross? Caden, what's the difference between a venom and a poison?
Venom, it bites you, you die. Poison, you bite it, and you die.
Right. Looks gross. Want some?
No, I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
That's proof. So poison will kill you if you eat it, venom won't. All right, Kurt, anything you want to add? Now you can say, man drinks venom. That's going to be your fucking
That's going to be the tagline.
Yep. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.